This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in to KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Today is January 1st, 2021. The rest of our staff has the day off, so we decided we'd bring you some of the top stories from 2020.
Well, the Nye County District Attorney's Office charged 4 residents of Pahrump with allegedly committing numerous severe offenses against several children, including criminal counts for child sexual assault, incest, bestiality, lewdness, and use of a child in production of pornography.
3 weeks ago, the Nye County Sheriff's Office, together with the Department of Child and Family Services, opened an investigation of child abuse involving several juveniles within a home in Pahrump. Suspects included Eric Garcia, age 39, Mickey Cagle, age 30, Danny Hicks, age 50, and Vicky Bockley, age 49, all Pahrump residents. The children were allegedly given alcohol that made them sick and reportedly sexually abused by all suspects on multiple occasions. Investigators say the child victims were able to describe in detail numerous acts of sexual abuse involving all of the suspects. Some of the reported abuse included acts of bestiality. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives executed a search warrant at the suspect residence last week. All 4 suspects were arrested and booked into the Nye County Detention Center. Bockley was booked on 1 count of child abuse and 1 count of lewdness with a child under 14. Cagle was booked on 2 counts of sex assault, 2 counts of child abuse, and 2 counts of lewdness with a child under 14. Hicks was booked on 4 counts of child abuse, 3 counts of sex assault, 2 counts of bestiality, and 4 counts of lewdness with a child under 14. Garcia is facing the most charges. He was booked on 20 counts of child abuse, 17 counts of sex assault, 2 counts of bestiality, 17 counts of lewdness with a child under 14, 20 counts of preparing, advertising, or distributing pornography with a minor, 20 counts of using or permitting a minor to produce pornography, and 20 counts of possession of pornography of a person under 16.
Michael Wilson and Dakota Salivar both decided to accept plea deals and not go to trial after killing their mother, Dawn Liebig, on August 1st of 2018 while she slept on the couch. They both received 18 years to life, the maximum allowed by law.
And a man arrested and charged with first-degree murder of a child more than 3 years ago was found guilty this year following a jury trial. As stated by the Nye County District Attorney's Office, Cole Ingleson stood accused of beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old daughter, Yesenia Camp, to death on July 15th of 2017. The trial was presided over by Nye County 5th District Court Judge Robert Lane. Chris Arabia, our district attorney, says that the jury deliberated for hours before reaching a verdict. There were also close to 3 dozen witnesses who provided testimony. Ingleson will be sentenced on February 1st of 2021.
We'll be back with more of the top stories from 2020 right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. You're watching News 25, brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Nye County Commissioner Leo Blundo turned himself into the Nye County Sheriff's Office on Thanksgiving morning. He was being sought on several charges, including misconduct of a public officer, attempted misconduct of a public officer, unlawful commissions, personal profit and compensations by public officer, and other violations by a public officer. Those charges stem from an investigation by the Nye County Sheriff's Office on November 12th. The Sheriff's Office says Nye County administration filed a complaint alleging that Blundo was inappropriately involved in decisions as a commissioner that provided him a personal monetary gain. The Sheriff's Office says they identified that Blundo voted on CARES Act policies that provided COVID relief money to the community. Their investigation revealed that between August 4th and November 16th, Commissioner Blundo sat on the Board of County Commissioners, and during 5 different meetings, he made decisions regarding the CARES Act funding and policies surrounding it. During that time, the Sheriff's Office says Commissioner Blundo had received in excess of $10,000 of CARES funds to pay for his personal residence rent, and he had applied for funding for his business, which he had not yet received. Commissioner Blundo did disclose in a few of the meetings that he had a local business and was applying for this money, but then during the same meeting voted to approve these items anyway. During one of the meetings, Commissioner Blundo specifically said he had no monetary gain from the agenda item. However, the Sheriff's Office says he had already received monies personally from the funding, and he had several applications pending. Nevada law prohibits a county commissioner from voting on agenda items for which the commissioner has a personal interest of monetary gain. Blundo says he'll fully cooperate with the investigation, but he plans to vigorously defend himself against the alleged wrongdoing.
And we want to remind you that, of course, these stories are the top stories from 2020. KPVM TV is bringing them to you here on New Year's Day. Well, VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System administered the first COVID-19 vaccinations this month. The local facility is part of the initial group of 37 VA medical centers receiving the Pfizer vaccine, and frontline healthcare workers are the first in line.
This was the first day, the first rollout of the Pfizer vaccine for COVID-19, the mRNA. And we are going through all of our high-touch, essential employees, ED physicians, critical care physicians, people who do high-risk procedures, covering them in the first batch of vaccine that we've received. Part of the reason we received the Pfizer, besides the fact that it was approved first, is because as an institution, we have the infrastructure, the logistics, the personnel, the refrigerators to be able to distribute this vaccine quickly and safely. We've already done the survey for all of our employees. We know, based on where the employees work, how high risk they are. So all of that information is already in place. We didn't need to do that and delay the rollout of the vaccine, which is why we received the Pfizer vaccine. We anticipate the Moderna, but we don't know for sure. In our first batch, we received 975. And we will, because we're being safe about it, be distributing 250 per day for the next 4 days. Everybody is excited about it because I think this is the first step in the road to recovery. Naturally, people have a little bit of concern about the safety of the vaccine, and that's understandable. In addition, there are people who are in that category that weren't studied. Pregnant patients, lactating mothers, immunocompromised people, and people who have had severe allergic reactions to something else in the past. We have a total of 3,000 employees. Again, not all of them are frontline, clinical, or essential. Once we cover that initial clinical batch, we will start to distribute the vaccine to our veterans. One of the things that we have done well here is plan. So in terms of all of our critical services, emergency room, critical care, nursing services, we stagger the rollout. That way not everyone, even if they start to feel a little bit tired, will get the symptom at the same time. And therefore we can continue to do what we've been doing very well.
The Pahrump Valley High School seniors graduated a little differently in 2020, but with the help of some amazing staff, administrators, and the magic of KPVM TV, we were able to hold a graduation for the seniors that they'll never forget in 2020. And they're on their way to the new life. The Pahrump Valley High School ceremony was held, and here at KPVM TV, Facebook, and YouTube, everyone got to watch.
Thanks for letting us be a part of that. Well, we will never forget one of the biggest stories of the year, which was our own Deputy Brian Cooper, who was shot during an incident here at a Valley home, which resulted in one person dying on scene and the officer taken to trauma. What started out as a call for police and medics to respond to the south side of Pahrump for a report of a 17-year-old male that had been stabbed in the neck resulted in a teenager being killed and an officer wounded. Nye County Sheriff's Office dispatch received a call for a male that was being transported last night by personal vehicle with a reported neck wound that he had received as a result of some type of altercation with another individual on Siri Lane. The vehicle stopped at Lakeside Casino on Homestead Road and met up with medics and police. The wound reportedly was non-life-threatening. The male was then transported to Desert View Hospital for treatment. Police then identified the suspect in the case and arrived at a home on Warehouse Road to make contact with the individual identified as 19-year-old Matthew Moore. Moore reportedly exchanged gunfire with the officer, striking him, and was hit with gunfire as well, killing the teen on scene. Officers were dispatched to the home for a report of an officer and suspect that were both down. The deputy was then taken to Mercy Air Base 21 on Calvada Boulevard and airlifted. The helicopter, however, experienced weather conditions and returned to base. The deputy was then taken by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Ground Ambulance to UMC Trauma Center for treatment. Nevada Highway Patrol and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies closed all traffic the entire route into Las Vegas. The deputy's identification and condition has not been confirmed at this time. The family of Matthew Moore has endured a great deal of tragedy recently. His mother is Shannon Moore, whom is well known around town as a local representative for Relay for Life. Her partner, Josh Amura, lost his father to a structure fire on Barney Street just last week. 2 weeks prior to that, he unexpectedly lost his mother and recently was laid off of his job. In fact, local residents were delivering daily meals to the home to support the family during their recent struggles. Shannon Moore told News 25 today that Matthew was a good boy and a loving son, but had been suffering from severe mental illness. She truly believes that he wanted to die, and that is why he did this. The deputy remains in the hospital at this time. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has planned an update on the incident tomorrow, March 27th at 4:30 p.m. They say it will be streamed live on Facebook.
When we come back, we'll have more from 2020.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back to KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. We, of course, are giving you the top stories from 2020, and our own Missy Kohler went to a lot of effort, and she has our year in review. These are stories that have made kind of the top around locally and, of course, nationwide. We're going to show you that right now. If you're listening on the radio, you might want to tune in to Local Pahrump or go to our Facebook and YouTube pages, or, of course, you can always watch us on TV to see this whole version. You'll hear a lot of music. And you can, of course, see the video by just going to Local Pahrump or our YouTube page.
it's John Kohler from KPVM Channel 25. Hello, Nevada. Happy New Year's. Hello. Happy New Year's. Yay. 2021, we put that old dog to bed, and we're on to a whole new year of hope and possibilities and New Year's resolutions. Have you screwed yours up yet? Have you? It's okay. You can start again tomorrow. It still counts. Anyway, we'll tell you about the weather and everything we can expect this holiday weekend when we return.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500. News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And if you're not enjoying a big glass of fresh milk from the Nevada Dairy Council, maybe today's a good day for some water. Feeling it? Feeling it from last night? Happy New Year, folks. Fernley, you saw 43 degrees for a high, 28 for a low today. Fallon was looking at 45 degrees for a high today and 21 for a low. In Carson City, you're all the way up to 45, kind of a weather trend for Fallon, except for your low temperatures. A little bit warmer. You got to enjoy that 31 degree low as we head towards the morning. In Tonopah, 39 degrees for a high today, 16 for a low. In Goldfield, you're staring right at 39 degrees, not blinking a wink there, 17 degrees for a low tonight. Beatty, 54 was your high today, 27 for a low. And in Amargosa, 58 degrees, and the wind whipping across the plain, 29 is your low tonight. Las Vegas, 59 degrees, get a sweatshirt. It's a good look for this time of year, 35 for a low. In Death Valley, you're all the way up to 67 and 40 for a low tonight. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, well, it's the swankiest weather available at a price you can afford. 49 degrees is our current temperature. 56 was our high today. And that's pretty good out here in the desert. I like that. Southeasterly winds at 7 miles per hour, keeping things mild and friendly. 33% humidity this morning. And as the sun rose at 6:55 a.m. Set this evening at about 4:40. In fact, it was exactly 4:40 when it went down. Boom, that was it. 33 degrees is our low mark as we head towards the morning. East-southeasterly winds to 5 miles per hour. We're going to see some clouds, but mostly clear. Be a nice night for the stars. 43% humidity as we head on into the week. What are we looking at? Hey, clear skies tomorrow. Super nice on a Saturday for 57 degrees and just mild winds. We'll see some cloud cover picking up as we see Sunday and Monday. And then a big bunch of wind coming out, blowing those clouds out. Clear skies Tuesday. And hit and miss kind of as we go on into the week. We'll let you know as it progresses and as it goes on into the new year. Thanks for sticking with us as your weather source here in Nye County. Back to the desk.
Wow. So it's 2021. Do you have a resolution yet?
You know, I don't make resolutions because I'm afraid of failing.
Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful New Year's resolution, or New Year's, and don't worry about failing your resolutions. We're all going to do it.
Could always do it again tomorrow. Start over.
Exactly, like her husband said. Yeah. All right. So we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please be kind to everybody out there and realize that there's saturation control, no drinking and driving. Taxi, the Nye County Sheriff's Office always says give them a call if you're intoxicated. They'll drive you home. Maybe no questions asked.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure. Anyways, all right. Well, we'll see you back here next week. I'm Deanna.
I'm Missy. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year.